My birthday's
one. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of GG Gaming.
Woo-hoo!
I'm your host, Andrew, and I have two people with me today. Oh, first of all, it's Friday, April 29th, 2022, just in case anybody cares. With me, I have AlphaStoutland, who's just a still picture today.
I am a static image.
And I have Knit Ice, who is only audio today, also, but doesn't have a thumbnail because my computer is on the fritz, it seems. And anyway, Knit Ice, say hi.
Hi, by Forgotten Land.
Yeah. So yeah, we couldn't record Monday because we've been trying to do Mondays, and we decided we would do Friday. We have Knit Ice. Knit Ice 2000. We've been trying to have you on for a while, but we've been trying to make sure things were set up properly for like more than two people. And then last week we had Apocalypso, and now we have you this week. We wanted to start like 2 hours ago, but my computer is like too old, and it's like, man, what's a Skype? What's a browser? So my old man iMac was giving me trouble, and Alpha couldn't do video, so I didn't have a one-person setup. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just throw a thumbnail on there, so we get to look at Alpha's gorgeous mug thumbnail, thumbnail mug. Nint Ice's, who I would have a thumbnail next to the audio only, but old man iMac's like, man, what's your thumbnail? and that's the situation. We're gonna go for about an hour, I guess. So just really quickly, what I've been up to, because I really want to give Nint his time to shine because it's been a while for him. Me, I finished Horizon Forbidden West finally. It was awesome.
Oh, cool. We both finished the game lately.
What?
We both finished the game lately. Cool.
Oh, nice. And Alpha, for I don't know, like really quickly, what have you been up to?
Nothing. I've been working on Pokemon Card Bulk, and like I said, I'm trying to stick to not playing my Switch until that's done, and I've been good so far, so that is the plan right now. I really have not been doing much at all besides sorting Pokemon cards to mail off to Safari Zone. So
okay.
So you mail your cards?
Yeah, it's all the commons and uncommons and rares that I'm not keeping for my collection. And then card shops buy them up and then either put them in mystery packs or sell them as packs of 4 for competitive play, stuff like that. So, yeah, you're able to sell off bulk that people can actually use in competitive play. Otherwise, it just sits in boxes for years on end.
Do you make money?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. And it's a very large order this time. I've done this before, and I made a decent chunk. And so this is going to be a much larger order, but we will see how it goes because they changed the rates on some cards. So, but yeah, I'll still get a decent chunk of money back. So, but it definitely has shown me that I need to mellow out with buying cards, unless it's a set I really like or it's a promo or something I really like. So, speaking of which, if you have not seen the new Pokemon Go promos, the Radiant Eevee, which is a shiny Eevee, it is freaking gorgeous, and I pre-ordered 2 boxes just because of that, and it has an amazing shiny Eevee pin, and I'm very excited. Okay, I'm good. That's what I've been up to.
Don't mind me. I'm just, while we're live, I'm posting links up, so I'm not like ignoring you guys and surfing the net because you're boring me.
Don't lie to me, Drew.
This is Nint's time to shine. What have you been up to, Nint?
Oh gosh, that didn't last long at all. Yeah. Well.
And that's all the time we have for today. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you fuckhead. Oh my gosh.
I didn't even have that planned. I just thought of that last second. I was like, oh, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Anyway, go for it. What have you been up to? I know you've been playing Kirby and Forgotten Land, right? How's that? What have you been up to otherwise? Any other games you've been up to playing? Would reading the Sonic comic? Just go for it, man.
Yeah, first to keep it simple, reading the Sonic comics. Yes, playing Forgotten Land, which I happened to 100% tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And really, that's before Forgotten Land came out. I've just been trying to 100% my other games. I 100%ed Lego Marvel 1 and 2. And really, that's been it. After I did that, but I just didn't play on my Switch until Kirby came out because I had nothing else to do, really.
Hmm.
Yeah.
How is Forgotten Land? Because I've never played a Kirby game before, and I was thinking like, oh, this could be my first Kirby game, and
it will be a damn strong one.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
Huh.
Very.
I mean, like, how does it play? Why is it so strong? Like, why is it that good as like a first Kirby game for me? Like, what makes it better than the other games? Like, give me all the juicy deets, man.
Oh, I will. And actually, now, okay, I really want to talk about the story, but that would require some spoiler tagging because a friend of mine that listens to this is still playing through it, and I don't want it to be ruined for him because, oh my god, the final boss is...
I mean, reconnecting in 1 second. Okay, reconnection successful. I think we were gone for like a second. Alrighty, we're back, I think. I mean, we are back, but I mean, I don't know what happened. Keep going.
Anyway, yeah, so it's simple to play. Basically, if you played Odyssey, you'll enjoy Kirby.
Okay.
It's because you just have a basic attack button, you have a jump attack, and that's really it. You can also dodge in this game, which is really cool. And if you do a last second dodge, you can do a counter attack, which is amazing. Now, the game doesn't tell you this, but once you figure it out, you will use it a lot for boss battles.
What if I didn't enjoy Odyssey?
Well, then try it anyway, because Kirby needs more love.
I did enjoy Odyssey, but
the Odyssey's great.
I actually just had this conversation with my friend the other day. I feel like Odyssey is a little too big sometimes. I mean, I like small and linear things because as much as exploring is fun, I feel like when you're short on time, exploring becomes like... it becomes a stop to the story. Like, oh, I can't continue with the story because I like to explore. And my OCD is like, oh, you got to explore everything first. So the bigger the level and the more exploration is like more annoying to me. And that's just because I'm busy and I don't have like, as much time as I used to. Yeah.
Well, I have very good news for you because in this game, the way levels work, they're kind of like, Galaxy, in which they're linear, but of course, or actually no, 3D World, where the levels are 3D, but they're more linear. And this time around, every level has 5 bonus goals that you can complete. The one across every level is, of course, to beat it, and there's also some Waddle Dees to rescue, and then there's also 3 secret goals to accomplish. And don't worry, if you beat a level and you don't complete them, the game will reveal one of them at a time, so you can go back to find them, which I really, really appreciate. Okay. There's a lot of things this game does right, which makes me very happy.
How long is it?
I've seen someone beat it in 10 hours, but it took me 25 plus hours to 100% it, which is about as long as it took me to beat a 3DS Kirby game, but that does not detract how much fun I had for it. From beginning to end, it was just tear-filled joy. Like, I seriously wanted to cry. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. And every time I upgraded the hammer ability, I was giddier than a little kid on Christmas morning. I'm sorry. I just love hammers so much.
Especially, I know Nint loves his hammers.
Yeah.
Is your favorite...
Who needs a sword? They're overrated. Get a hammer. They're bigger and they're more powerful and they're more fun to use.
So is your favorite Wispon the like cube Wispon?
I can't tell you because I've never played Sonic Colors, but I'm going to fix that before Frontiers comes out.
At least in terms of Sonic comic, when Whisper uses the blue one, her variable Wispon turns into a hammer.
I don't really have a favorite Wisp, but I guess that would be it.
Okay. So what else have you been up to the past like year or two?
Trying to get a job.
Oh, I know that.
Yep. Still nothing, but whatever. This is about gaming. It's not about boring crap.
Well, any other games?
Yeah, not really. My birthday's coming up next week, and I'm going to get Legends Arceus, so there's that.
Yes, sir.
I have Legends Arceus. I've not opened.
Which is funny. Which is pretty funny because I just finished the first 3D Kirby game, and now right after that, I'm gonna go to pretty much the first 3D Pokemon game, not counting the DLC for Sword and Shield in the wild area. But I digress.
Sword and Shield. What a letdown.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Everybody and their mom is saying that Legends is really good. So
yeah, I don't know. Like the last 2 Pokemon games I've played have like really upset me. Like I went from Sword and Shield to the Diamond and Pearl remakes, and I'm like, I didn't even finish the Diamond and Pearl remakes, and I'm like, I want to. If I'm gonna play another game, I want to finish that first, and I'm just like, do I really have to finish this? Like Gen 4 was one of the weakest gens for me. You know, for some people they really like Gen 4, and sure, but just for me, it was one of my least favorite. So of course the remake isn't gonna be like amazing, but since it's basically a 1-to-1, and in some aspects a downgrade and other aspects an upgrade, it's just like I feel like I'm just treading old territory again, and like I'm like. And Sword and Shield was like the DLC in Sword and Shield was better than the entire game.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I love Pokemon, but I feel so like run down and worn out from Pokemon just from the past few gens.
Yeah. Well, I can say from playing it, Legends Arceus is not a perfect game by any means. Like I said, there's frame rate issues on Pokemon that are a ways away. They can have like 2 frames. Like you'll see Staraptor flap its wings and it looks like it's in 2 frames per second. Or there's glitchy grass that like twitches in battle and stuff. But man, besides that, it's the best Pokemon's ever been in my opinion. Like the catching mechanics, being able to sneak up on Pokemon, the shiny hunting being the most fun it's ever been. The story's great. The characters are awesome. It's just it is what Pokemon should have been for a long time. And what I feel like I've seen people say it's what we've always imagined Pokemon could be. And that's the perfect description for it, because just being able to go out into the wild and catch Pokemon and throw stuff at them and catch them that way and sneak up on them, it's just so much fun and it is so satisfying. So I think you will both really enjoy it.
I have a question for you.
How long of the game is it?
Well, I have put well over 150 hours into it. And like I had before, that's why I needed to take a break, because I had put so much time into it, and I was like, and it's easy to get sidetracked in that, because there's mass outbreaks. There was mass outbreaks before the update. There's the legendaries to catch. There's shiny hunting. There's missions to do. There's items to collect and stuff. So there's plenty of stuff to do, and filling out your Pokedex, obviously. And it's
Speaking
just
of the
there's
Pokedex,
a lot to do.
Speaking of the Pokedex, I doubt it, but how many Pokemon are there? Are all of them there? I assume not.
What do you mean,
Almost
all of them?
1,000 now, right?
All the Pokemon. You know,
No, since it's only Sinnoh, it only has Sinnoh and the regional variants, like the Hisuian variants. Which, I mean, it makes sense in this case because it's an ancient time, it's ancient Sinnoh. People in Pokemon haven't really started working together that much yet, so in this case, it makes sense.
Game Freak, can you try?
So once again, no Sylveon. Whatever.
I don't understand. Like,
no, Sylveon's in this game.
See, so it's not just Gen 4.
I don't understand.
Or it's it's Gen 4 and what's there? I guess Sylveon is the only one that's not originally from Gen 4. I'm pretty sure, or was not in the Gen 4 games, because everybody else was in the Gen 4 games.
That makes sense, because to me it is a sin to not have every single evolution, which is sadly something that BDSP is highly guilty of. When you have Eevee, you gotta have all of them.
BDSP doesn't have them all?
Nope. Because Sylveon is Gen 6, no Sylveon.
Oh my god.
That's so dumb.
It is a sin to not have every Eevee, in my opinion.
That's one family of Pokemon I don't think we'll have to worry about them axing, because everybody loves Eevee and everybody loves the evolutions and everybody has a favorite evolution. So I don't think that or Pikachu will ever get axed from a game. I think they'll always be there.
I mean,
Charizard's axed
from
from
They
Legends
made
Arceus, so.
Eevee into like
for
other
once,
Pikachu.
finally.
Hey, now don't hate on my boy. Okay, I'm just saying, as
Other
popular
Pokemon
as
need more
Charizard is,
attention.
as much as Charizard gets attention and love, it was refreshing to have a game without him in it. And like Sword and Shield, the champion didn't even have a Dragapult as his ace. It was Charizard. And I was like, I love Charizard, and Gigantamax Charizard is freaking cool, but can we please just use the pseudo-legendary as the ace like we've always done, like Garchomp, Metagross, etc. So,
that is.
It was nice to actually see a game without Charizard front and center. So, that was cool.
Yeah, like Eevee has become the new Pikachu, but not as popular as Pikachu, I guess. But they brought it
I'll
up,
say I love Eevee. I love
anywhere.
Eevee more than
Me
Pikachu,
too,
for sure.
Yeah, me three.
It's so freaking cute. It's just, it's so fluffy. I want to hug it. But it's just, and I love Pikachu. Don't get me wrong, but I might like Pichu more. Honestly, Pichu. I love Pichu mostly because of Smash. Smash made me love Pichu even more. But yeah, Pichu's design is great, and I love Eevee. It's just, and the fact that it can just pretty much evolve into anything you want it to, and the fact that it's like this little fox, chihuahua, cat thing, it's just so cute.
Rabbit,
and I agree. It's definitely like the new Pikachu. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Rabbit because of the ears.
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't give us more evolutions. Like, we have so many more typings, and there's some really interesting ideas. Like, there was an idea, like obviously fake, but there was a leak at one point talking about how Eevee would have new evolutions in Sword and Shield, but it would be like a Galarian Eevee, and the other, like, it would have unique evolutions that were different typings. And I thought that was a really cool way to access new typings without having like weird evolution mechanics. Just have like a Galarian Eevee or something. But like, of course, Game Freak's gonna Game Freak. You know? They're like, oh, what's an Eevee? We don't care anymore.
I will say this, talking about Legends Arceus as well, they did streamline a lot of the evolution methods, and the evolutions are part of that. There's actually multiple ways to evolve some Pokemon. Just a heads up.
Yeah, I heard.
Because for example, you can use a Thunderstone on Magneton or Nosepass, or you can go to the base of Mount Coronet and level them up. You can just go there. And that's one thing I love about this game, is that happiness evolutions and location-based evolutions, you do not have to level up. All you have to do is go there. Or if your Pokemon evolves through happiness, all you have to do is just wait until it says they can evolve, and you can just evolve them. Like, you don't have to level up. It's such a step in the right direction, like I said, because they change so many things and streamline so much stuff, and I was just like, I love this. It's just simple changes, man.
How do you get Machamp this time?
There's an item called a link cord, and it's one of the items you can find in Space-Time Distortion.
To, like, link cables?
Yeah, it is literally a link cable. And you can use that. You can get it in Space-Time Distortions. You can buy it from a shop in the game, but Space-Time Distortions, I found quite a few. I think I've got like 8 or 9 that I've just picked up from Space-Time Distortions. So you find stuff like that just exploring the game. But yeah, Gengar, Golem, Machamp, and Alakazam still evolve that way. Or you can always find the Alpha and just have them that way. So just don't get absolutely spanked by Alpha Machamp and Alpha Alakazam, because they will mess you up. So,
oh gosh. Machamp, I love you. Gets punched the crap out of.
Yes, it's just. I remember the first time I found an Alpha, and I was like level 15, 20, and I was like, oh, cool, Alpha Rapidash, and it was level 40. I was like, excuse me? What? And so I got absolutely curb stomped, and I had to run. So I was like, run away, and this giant flaming horse is chasing, and it's the first Alpha that you see in the game, and I remember just being like, oh snap, when I saw it.
It is not,
because you see it off in the distance.
Your little pony.
No, it's a big pony. And it's so cool that they managed, because when I saw Alpha, and I was just like, oh great, it's just Dynamax all over again, but it's cool in its own way. Dynamax to me was just such a an odd mechanic because it's like, oh, we get big, but none of our stats change but our HP, and we only get one cool big nuke move unless we have a special move. But with this, it's during the alpha battles, every stat goes up by 50%. They have the chance, kind of like almost like the hit, kind of like how they did the hidden abilities with certain Pokemon, and how they did the, what was it, the island scan and other things where sometimes a Pokemon would have a special move that they can only get through breeding or an event or something. Most of the alphas have a special move that they usually get through either a tutor or we normally get through breeding in the main games. So you might get an Alakazam with Shadow Ball when normally you have to use the move tutor in Jubilife Village to do that. So it's cool that you can go ahead and get some moves right away on the alphas, especially if it's a Pokemon that you want to use. So, but yeah, alphas are cool. They were definitely a cool addition to the game. And it's nice just having a Pokemon that's like 5 times its normal size, just tromping around, and it's hilarious because there are some alphas like Badoo where it's like a foot tall, and you really can't tell. But then you've got Rapidash that's like 11 feet tall, and it just towers over you, and it is hilarious. The vast expanse of different sizes. Even Eevee is noticeably large. It's like 4 feet tall. It's so cool. It's a big floofer, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
What's the biggest Pokemon?
The largest naturally is
Wailord.
Wailord, yep. No, or was it? No, no, Celesteela is the heaviest now. That's right. Yeah, it's still Wailord at 47 feet, 7 inches tall.
And he's still lighter than air.
He's lighter than air, so he floats like a blimp. I love it.
What is this? The float wheel Pokemon?
Yeah.
Ah!
So can it dive?
Yeah, it can dive.
Just imagining that in my head is terrifying.
The sinking balloon.
You should look up at the sky. It's like, what is that?
That would scare the actual crap out of me.
The sound Wailord makes is.
That is terrifying, though. Imagine you riding on a plane and you seeing that.
Yeah. And if you look to your right, wait, what is that?
It looks like we have some cloudy weather. Oh, it's just a Wailord. But it can't fly.
Yeah, it can't use fly.
But it can use bounce, so it's close enough.
It'll bounce and it'll never come down.
But yeah, it's funny because someone actually made mention that it's mass density is lighter than air, which allows it to float or something. And it's funny because you'd think like 880 pounds is enormous, but I guess
considering
for its size, it's
considering that King Dedede can fly like Kirby, then that it doesn't sound too obscure.
Yep.
King Dedede can fly?
Yep.
Just like Kirby. I don't know how.
Fly?
Oh my gosh! I wish you were a fan. It's
like in Smash Bros. He kind of pops
air
up.
Hop? Not really
Yeah.
fly.
In Kirby standards, it's flying. There's cutscenes where Kirby
Smash,
flies
he can
across
keep
the air.
on doing that. Like, it's not just 6 hops and then he falls. He can actually... Because I remember playing I think it was Kirby's Dream Land I did the emulator for. And I remember him popping up and down, and I was like, oh, this is cool. He can just keep floating. So, yeah.
Well, you can only do that if you can only cheat the game if you want to. Still play it legitimately.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he kept, like, if you keep mashing the float button, he'll, like, keep float. I mean, he'll hit the top of the screen, but he can just... stay in the air as long as
that does not happen in Forgotten Land. In Forgotten Land, just like in Kirby 64, he has a limited time hovering, so you can't cheat.
Okay.
And he can't go too high either.
Well, I mean, that's good. That helps keep it fair, so.
Yeah.
Because then it's just like, get down here. No, I'm good. I'm just going to go speed run this level, so.
Oh, trust me. Oh, that's another thing I love about this game, too. The abilities. While using them, I kept thinking, speedrunners are going to have a ton of fun doing this game. So many of them have moves that carry you so far. You have Tornado, which is obviously ideal. Mm-hmm. You have Fire by doing the air attack. Crystal with the air attack. There's so many abilities that are great for speedrunning.
Now, there's a dragon transformation. Is that the final version of the fire one, or?
Yeah, sadly, it's the closest we'll get to a dragon ability.
Oh, that's cool though. I saw a clip. I think it was either you or somebody else that shared a clip. I was like, okay, that's cool. Because I mean, I'm a sucker for dragons and dinosaurs anyway, and so I saw that. I was like, Dragon Kirby instant. Like, I love that. Everybody liked that. So.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It has extremely far range with the fire breath, and the air attack is you're able to fly across the air for a little bit, and you can also gain some height.
Okay. Now
But
I know there's that. What's her name? Clawrebel. No, what is it? Clawlina. Clawreline. That's it. And are there any other new like character bosses?
I'm gonna have to say that it would be spoilers.
Okay.
I really want to talk about this game. I really do.
But there's a bunch of new bosses. It was
Claw.
And yeah, I will say this: I didn't like Clawreline at first for reasons that you can figure out. But
yeah,
but after playing the end game, you know what? She's actually not that bad.
Yeah. If they just made her not so aggressively hourglass shaped, I think she'd have a really dope design.
I mean, the hourglass shape is okay when you think about the bottom hourglass being like an animal's thighs, because usually cartoon animals, when they're standing upright, they're given like skinny arms. Then they have to incorporate like, the thickness of the legs. But when you make it a little bit more extreme, then you're like, are you accentuating curves because it's a female animal? Like,
to be fair, Kirby doesn't have a lot of female characters. There's Ribbon, there's Adeline, there's Susie, Queen Sectonia, and that's pretty much it. There's a line.
The three sisters.
Placia, the maid sisters, yeah. Who sadly never got a plush, and it makes me really sad because they're really cool.
Hey, they might down the line, man. We finally got Earthbound plushes. That might happen too. You never know.
One of these days, I'd like to play Earthbound.
But at this point, freaking AlphaStoutland will get a plush first before them.
That's the new little dude, right?
Yeah,
Nint,
the one that's not Emolga.
Okay.
That's what I sometimes call him, not Emolga.
Nint, are you caught up, or are you a fan of Kingdom Hearts?
Of course I love Kingdom Hearts. Wait, you ask this question almost every time I'm on the podcast. I love Kingdom Hearts.
Because, like, I think I mix, like, your potential fan of Kingdom Hearts with, like, Apocalypso and sometimes, and I'm like, wait, which one was the one that is caught up and which one's the one that's not?
Yeah.
So I still have not finished the playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 3, sadly.
Okay.
I know about Kingdom Hearts 4 being announced, and I've accepted that it's another game I'm never gonna play.
Well, last time we were talking about like what we think we would see in Kingdom Hearts 4. We were talking about the idea of the realm of unreality having its own worlds based on third-party franchises bought by Disney, whereas like the world of reality that we know are all like the Disney and Pixar, like Disney in-house stuff. So up until now we've been in one realm that's reality from our perspective is reality. So we have Disney, Pixar, Mickey Mouse, Pirates of the Caribbean, all that stuff. So we were thinking this other world that's like the opposite, where Quadratum is. What if that's third-party stuff like Star Wars and the MCU and anything else that like Disney acquired by buying other franchises, and maybe that's how they would split it. So what kind of things would you like to see if that was the case, or do you have predictions? Like we were talking about, maybe Star Wars, MCU, and maybe even like Indiana Jones. We were talking about like a PG version of Alien because was Alien Fox?
Yes, Alien's 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, I would love to see heartless aliens, but I don't want to see any chest bursters. Yeah, I was thinking heart burster.
Yeah, and we were talking about how like instead of a xenomorph, like laying eggs in people and they're like bursting out of their chest and killing them and becoming their own monsters, that the darkness in people's hearts would be what these xenomorphs were taking advantage of, and all that. The xenomorphs became heartless themselves, and they were infecting people. And then the chest bursters became heart bursters, where these people would become heartless, and the darkness would take over their heart or whatever, and it burst open, and they'd become a heartless or a nobody or whatever. And how you could make like a Kingdom Heartsified version, but then I said at the same time, then it lose it. What
becomes
it is
different.
Alien. It wouldn't be Alien. It would be this weird amalgamation of Kingdom Hearts and science fiction. And I feel like they've done that before with other characters in the Kingdom Hearts franchise to a better degree. Like you look at Scar, where he let the darkness in his heart take over him, and he became heartless, or Shan Yu. But then I feel like it would the guy from
the villain from Mulan.
Yeah, him and his heart became heartless, and so you actually had to fight him. And then Scar, of course, comes back as another heartless, and then they become like this big aggregate heartless and ground shaker and stuff. So yeah, I feel like they've done it better with other series that makes sense, because it's like, oh, Scar dies normally, so then they take the opportunity. In this, it's like the darkness in his heart saved him, and he became a heartless, and they had to fight him. Well, normally he would be dead. So yeah, I like how they did stuff like that.
It's like nobody dies in Kingdom Hearts.
This is true.
Well, actually, some people die in Kingdom Hearts, but like, what is death in Kingdom Hearts?
Especially like Barbossa dies in Kingdom Hearts 2, and then he's back in Kingdom Hearts 3 in like Davy Jones's realm at the bottom of the sea or whatever it was. Because they even make mention, he's like, I had de muerto, you shot me, and all that stuff. And so
does each world have its own like pantheon and afterlife, or are they all connected?
That's a good question.
Like, maybe I can survive death by going to this world and dying there instead.
What role does Hades or Davy Jones or anybody else? So yeah, that's an interesting question. That's an interesting notion. But yeah.
But then when you die, you just go on like the low rule version of high rule. You're like, oh, I'm still
not
alive,
the one from Zelda.
Yeah, so like I think they've confirmed that this whole reality unreality thing is a matter of perspective. So if you're a native of unreality, to you that's reality,
And so we were talking about the other companies that Disney has helped acquire or gotten partly acquired, because like Fox, and we were talking about Fox movies
and using the DeLorean to
using
through
Back
the
to the
different
Future
Star
and stuff
Wars
like
eras.
that now that they can use because they partially own them, stuff like that. And that we joke like stuff like The Simpsons, or I mean, you could even have on ESPN, and Sora could be duking it out with LeBron James on the basketball court. I don't think that would happen. Obviously, that'd be dumb. But my crazy fever dream crossover, and I think I've mentioned this before at the end of one of the episodes that you and I did, Drew, talking about Kingdom Hearts, is what if Goofy and Donald came across two other Keyblade wielders that knew Mickey, and it was Bugs Bunny and SpongeBob SquarePants. And it was like the big three companies, Comcast, Disney, Warner Brothers, and they all like had their representatives like, "Hiya, pals! Like, we're friends of the King, Doc." And it's just like,
oh my god, it's like,
not Kingdom Hearts
anymore.
What's up, Hearts?
That would just be such a crazy random crossover, but it'd be so cool. Because then it's like opens up the multiverse of Kingdom Hearts even more. It's like, wait, how many worlds, and are there like multi-universe worlds? And it's like, what makes a Disney world? What makes a Warner Brothers world? And then Warner Brothers, of course, like we saw with Space Jam 2, what does that include? That includes King Kong, Yogi Bear, the Gremlins, all kinds of mess. So that opened a big can of worms. I don't think that ever happened. But just to get SpongeBob and Mickey and Bugs together would be pretty freaking cool. But yeah, that's just a fever dream. So
yeah, because it just wouldn't be the same anymore.
Oh yeah, because then, like I said, that would open a big can of worms. So
yeah, as if this story wasn't convoluted enough.
Yeah, it's like, and then out comes Daffy and Patrick, like, "Hey, we're here to help."
I don't know.
Hey, I'm gonna fight some heartless.
If Sora, if Sora was fighting a glitch apocalypse, like learning with Pibby, it'd be different. But nope. If you even know what the heck I'm talking about.
I do. Yeah, I saw the clip.
Yes! Oh my gosh, I hope it becomes a real show. Yes.
You know, Disney has like Disney Channel cartoons, or like Disney Channel shows. Could we potentially see one of those in the World of Unreality too? Like, could this World of Unreality be like the other section of like Disney? Like, our reality section is our big Disney owned in-house franchises, and then it's like Unreality could be other. No. It's like Sora meets Lizzie McGuire.
Oh gosh. I will fight for a Kim Possible world until this game comes out. That would be freaking sick.
Or Ferb.
Oh gosh, yeah, Ferb. I know what we're gonna do today. We're gonna stop the Heartless from taking over. That would actually be awesome. Those two,
and I swear I'm not only saying this because of my Brony resurgence, but due to the fact that the freaking My Little Pony cast is in the new
Chip and Dale movie.
Chip and Dale movie. This just in Sora. It goes to Equestria if he ever becomes a pony. And I'm not done yet. I am not done yet. It especially helps that both Sora and Twilight believe in the power of friendship.
This is true. My friends are my power. Oh my gosh, me too. And if y'all have you seen the wall
My Little Kingdom Hearts
cartoon character things from that clip of Chip and Dale?
Oh my God.
They have stuff like Frosty the Snowman's hat. They've got Shenron's tail. They've got Sora's Keyblade. They've got Jimmy Neutron's hair. Just all this random cartoon crap.
Jimmy Neutron's hair.
Yes, it is a bunch of. It's a clip from the latest trailer for the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie, and this movie's either gonna suck hardcore or it's gonna be like a weird fever dream that works.
What was that about Jimmy Neutron's hair though?
It's it's a wall. It's like a split second, like a half-second clip of Chip and Dale looking at stuff that I guess has been taken from these crime scenes where these cartoon characters are going missing. And it's a wall of items that were retrieved from, I guess, the scene of the crime or whatever. And there's Sora's Keyblade, there's Jimmy Neutron's hair, like not just
Jimmy,
like the whole swirl of Jimmy's hair. There's Shenron's tail. There is what looks like Frosty the Snowman's hat, and it's just it's weird how they have all this random stuff from all these random companies. Someone said something about Pikachu and Charmander. I did not see that, but it's just a bunch of random stuff. And I think there was Ipkiss from All Real Monsters. His mouth was on there. It's just a bunch of random crap from different companies. It's like, how did they get the rights? And why did you pay all this money just to get a mouth in a jar for 3 seconds?
Yeah, why I need to know. Oh, no, I need to know how the heck they phoned Hasbro to have the freaking Rainbow Dash and all the other ponies come in.
I remember seeing that first. I was like, "Wait, the ponies are here? What?" And it just looks weird. And I want to know what the heck's the deal with that daggone fusion of a cat with Wreck-It Ralph's arm, and I don't understand it.
Like, I love a Wreck-It Ralph world.
I'm gonna watch it on Disney Plus, but it just looks like it's gonna suck, or it's gonna be a really weird, cool, fun movie. I think it's gonna suck personally, but we'll see. I'm willing to watch it. We'll see. So
trust me, I have a very close friend who is extremely, shout out to you, by the way, if you're listening, that is extremely worried about this movie because he loves Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers near and dear to him.
I know it's probably on Disney Plus. I have Darkwing Duck in my watch list. I need to watch that too. I never saw that as a kid, and I never saw Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I think we got satellite by the time it stopped airing, so I never saw it. I grew up on stuff like Kim Possible, The Proud Family, Recess, Lilo and Stitch the series, stuff like that. So I missed the boat on the 90s shows. So I want to go back and watch those. I also am on hiatus watching the 90s Spider-Man show on Disney Plus. I need to go back and finish that. So, but yeah, okay.
On hiatus with something.
I just love how we went from Kingdom Hearts to Jimmy Neutron's hair to Disney's 90s cartoons. But
Oh, Carl, what happened to my hair?
Carl.
Jimmy, you're bald. Did somebody take your hair, Jimmy?
Ay, Dios mío. Disney, how much money did you pay? First of all, not just to have Jimmy Neutron's hair, but to have the Generation 4 ponies in here.
Yeah.
Are you trying to?
It's like you want to use Jimmy Neutron? No, just his hair.
Okay.
Oh, but if you want to use Rainbow Dash and the other ponies, go right ahead. You can use the full models and all.
It was just so surreal to see too. It just like there's got to be some purpose to it, but it's just like it feels almost like how Space Jam: A New Legacy was. They just put all these characters in a movie to get everybody hyped. Like, oh my gosh, I recognize that character. So it's just, yeah. If Space Jam: A New Legacy had focused more on a good script and not just insane crossovers, then it would have been a lot better. But I still love the crossover aspect of it. I mean, it was kind of cool seeing King Kong and the Gremlins and Yogi Bear and the Flintstones all together in the crowd with Looney Tunes. But yeah, so.
When did this movie come out again?
What, Space Jam: A New Legacy?
Was it last year or 2 years ago?
It was last year. I'm pretty sure it was last year. It was okay. I liked it more than I thought I would, and there was a really hilarious joke that I thought it was funny. It was low hanging fruit, but I thought it was funny. But it's where LeBron and Bugs meet for the first time, and he's like, Bugs Bunny knows who I am. He's like, yeah, he said, we can't avoid cable, but we still get TNT. And he has TNT, like Dynamite TNT.
Oh, God.
The sports channel, TNT plays sports, and it's like, oh, ha, that's pretty good. It got a chuckle out of me. I thought it was good. But
at least I know.
Got TNT.
At least I know that Fred Flintstone enjoyed a Looney Tunes basketball game before he turned into a glitz zombie.
It's true. That clip was horrifying, too.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's something awesome.
It's
something
Oh,
awesome.
look, unholy abominations beyond my words beyond my comprehension. I screwed that up.
All of the Friday Night Funkin' mods and music only increased the Pibby hype even more. Oh my gosh!
Oh really?
As a matter of fact, it's because of a Glitchby Twilight Sparkle mod that I'm even a brony again. So,
Maca-Brony and cheese.
Yeah.
Tastes like friendship.
Ah, the power of friendship.
Is that hair in my cheese?
It's angel hair. Pasta.
Maybe, and it gives me magical.
Gosh,
and it gives me magical powers that can defeat any evil.
Yep.
Pony hair pasta. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting Hot Whiz. With my Keyblade gun.
Oh.
There's no heart.
We've opened a can of worms.
They are heartless.
Oh my gosh, you're just killing it out of here.
Oh boy. Well, we got about like 10 minutes. Anything else specifically you guys want to talk about?
Well, I finally got a Blaze plush.
A what?
A Blaze plush.
Blaze plush?
The cat. Blaze the cat from Sonic.
I was just making sure that's what you said, because it sounded like you said Blaze Crush. I was
oh my gosh, man.
Do you have a crush on Blaze?
I mean, for
do you like
reasons.
The pretty
Just
kitty?
got a Blaze crush. A what? A Blaze crush.
Is that a new soda?
Is that a new soda?
Oh, like this. But anyway, yep. $70 custom plush that my.
Holy crap.
Well, I was. Yeah, it's my first ever commission plush. I was gonna again shout out to the guy that's my best friend listening. It was before Christmas and I was gonna buy it, but there was some. Did I hear a dog?
No.
Yes, I'll take care of that. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
it was me.
So anyway, it was before Christmas, and I was gonna buy it from a seller on Etsy, and there was some money shindig going on, and I told him, "Hey, you offered to help me. I might be taken up on that offer after all." And he misinterpreted it as saying, "Yes, buy it," and then he bought it for me. And I was like, "No, what did you do?" I didn't. I still have to pay him back for it, but hey, I finally got a plush that no other company has.
Pony hair and blood.
Ew, no.
I'll pay you back in pony hair and blood.
But yeah, at least I finally got a plush that no freaking company has the competence to make.
And that's weird because people seem to really like Blaze.
Do they have Whisper and Tangle plushes? Oh, excuse me. Oh my god, I've been like yawning this whole podcast. This is like this is like ZZ Gaming.
Maybe that could be the title. I bet $2 that's gonna be the title of this episode. ZZ Gaming.
There was like at least one other I don't remember.
Ooga Booga something.
Yeah, but that was before we started recording.
I'm gonna make it for you. Ooga Booga Land.
Land?
For Gauga Land or something. I don't know. That's just something I just came up with.
Kirby and the Forgotten Blaze plush. No,
that's too convoluted.
It's got to be organic, man.
I'm just gonna call it Heartless Season.
Oh yeah, Heartless Season.
Nobody season. Heartless
season.
Heartless
season. Friendship is magic.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think I liked pony hair pasta.
Yeah.
But
I don't want people interpreting that as something else.
What would they interpret that as?
I don't want to say it on camera. It's not inappropriate or anything, but
like a creepy pasta.
Well, you did it for me. Way to go. Good job, GG.
I wasn't even thinking that, but
that's like pony hair in a pasta form. Like I didn't know it. Okay. Yeah.
I like pasta.
Pasta is good.
That's delicious. Maca-Brony and cheese was the other title.
Yep.
I wish I could talk more about it, but this is a gaming podcast, so I can't.
I mean,
at least I was able to reveal why I got back into
it. Why did you get back into it?
Because of a Friday Night Funkin' mod.
Oh.
And Pibby, but yeah.
What's Pibby?
It's some horrifying, epic cartoon crossover with this huge glitch virus, and I just hope it gets greenlit. It's
a potential Adult Swim show, and it has all the Warner Brothers Cartoon Network characters.
Yeah,
and it shows Fred Flintstone sliding down the dinosaur.
Really shocked me. So, even Unikitty, which really shocked me.
Oh, really?
And it made me happy. I'm pretty sure it's only because of the Cartoon Network show. But
she is Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers runs Cartoon Network, so
yeah,
that's probably why.
Yeah,
I
just
Warner Brothers
the Lego movie
is Cartoon Network.
Is staying alive somewhat.
Warner Entertainment is Cartoon Network. Warner Brothers.
Warner owns the world.
No, that's Disney.
No, that's Disney. Put her Multiversus next.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Multiverses is. I'm interested to see how that goes because there's a lot. Last I heard, and this was maybe like a year. This was back when it was like first announced, so I don't know if it was like a year ago. But I think they were going like the Smash Bros. Free to play route, where it's like here's the game, it's free to play, and you gotta buy the characters. And I'm like, this is good and bad. Like it's good because you get what you pay for, but it's bad because if you want it all, you gotta pay extra. So it's like, I don't know what to think about that. It really just depends on the quality and if it's worth paying anything for and the amount.
Yeah. Well, this team seems that it really does care about quality, according to the one trailer we got. So that shouldn't be.
How does it compare to Nickelodeon Brawl Stars?
All-Star Brawl.
A brawl.
This one seems to be more focused on team combat. I mean, obviously there's a single player mode, but this one seems to focus on 2v2 team cooperation fighting. So think of Marvel vs. Capcom, but in a platforming 3D space.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know if optimistic is the word I'm thinking about, but I'm like, cautious. That's what I'm.
Yeah, cautiously
optimistic. Like I'm like, this sounds like it could be really good.
Yeah,
but it also sounds like it could be not so good.
And very microtransaction based and very money grabby. And
this is like before the first Sonic. This is like when the first Sonic trailer dropped, and you're like,
yeah.
and then they like redid it, and it was like, oh, my heart, be still. It's kind of like the in between of like the first and second trailer, where you're like, they said they're gonna redo it, so it's like this is like
which thankfully the first impression of the first trailer of Multiverses was a lot better than the first trailer for the Sonic movie. It was a lot better in first impression.
Maybe it would have been.
We didn't have Bugs Bunny look like an Eldritch horror abomination. So
maybe the first Multiverses trailer would have been even better if they had Gangster's Paradise playing in the background.
Oh gosh, no! I'm so glad they took that out of the final cut, because that was the most out of place song I've ever heard in a movie trailer. I was like, why the crap is Gangster's Paradise playing? I don't know.
Do you remember the first Sonic movie?
Yes, I was like, it did not match it at all.
They turned that around. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know how, like, they did it. You know, I was probably gonna check out the original version they had. I would have checked it out anyway for either like hilarious B movie,
yes,
or whatever hilarious fail, or whatever you would have referred that at, like whatever it would have been, or potentially like good movie with just a bad Sonic model that hopefully I would have gotten used to. And thank God they decided to listen to the fans, because it turned out to be like one of the best video game movies of all time. And then the second one was like even better.
Did you see the second one yet?
Yep.
Yes.
There's something I want to talk about, but it's gonna have to delve into. Well, but my friends watched it already, but you know, people that didn't see it.
Nobody watches us.
So if you're worried about spoilers, you can cut out here, but otherwise,
or you can just leave a link,
a
timestamp.
Yeah, but I don't want anyone to jump in like at this point and be like, "Oh, hey, what's going on here? Oh, I didn't see the movie yet." You know,
Yeah.
we're all one of our listener.
For now,
So,
until people watch it later.
Yeah. No, we do get views after the fact. Nobody really watches live, but people will listen in, so which is cool.
So for the people listening in the recording, this is going to be a brief spoiler segment. So just click on the timestamp of whatever Drew leaves in the
No, because then I have to do work. I don't want to do that. I did too much work setting this up, and my computer being like, "Man,
yeah, that's
what's
fair.
a browser? What's an OBS? Open broadcast? What?"
2 hours later.
Yeah.
That's literally how it was tonight.
It was late there. And it's, I was like, verifying Photoshop? Still verifying? What are you verifying? I don't know.
What's a Shoto flop?
What's a Shoto flap? What am I? What's an iMac? Who? Where am I? What? What's a computer? Oh God. Anyway, so I mean, anything else you want to leave off on before we head out?
Let's see, talked about comics.
I guess not.
Yeah.
Sonic comics are good. Wait,
Yeah.
what's the last thing you read?
I just finished the arc where they're in the Eggman base and it becomes Multiverse of Madness. I cannot wait for that movie next week.
Oh, ooh, that's next
Yep.
week. Oh,
Yeah, it's when they go to
that
Eggman's
whole like
base
virtual
test run.
reality space
Yeah,
thing.
the test run arc.
Okay.
And man, oh man, was it an arc that I really needed after Volume. Okay, look, Volume 9 was not bad, and neither was the Metal Virus arc.
Chow
but
races and badnik bases.
yeah, it was not bad, but I'm just still salty with how underutilized Blaze is. But no, boy, are they glad to use Hagbat.
Well, they didn't want to. Ian was saying he didn't want to use her in Metal Virus because she would have just like defeated everything.
No, and I get that. I got perfect closure regarding the Metal Virus. That wasn't my problem. It was the epilogue part that just really irritated me. Like,
why?
We didn't, because you have Sonic having amnesia and he finally goes to the Soul Dimension again. We could have seen how Blaze dealt with his amnesia, not just focusing on everyone else. And then when we go back to Blaze, all of a sudden, poof, he's back to normal again. They always underutilize her, and I just really want to see more of the Soul Dimension. I'm just going off on a rant.
We got some. That was like new stuff we saw. I think I don't think Sega provided art assets, but I think they like helped the artists and explained to them like what the castle and stuff would have looked like. So all of that stuff was new art, like Blaze's castle and whatnot. Like that was all new. So at least you got some new stuff out of that.
Yeah, too bad it was freaking 8 pages long. And you already have a character who's half-assed all the time.
Well,
this is when I learned that I can't even have IDW help me with this. I've just accepted that nobody cares about this character but me.
Blaze?
And yeah.
What are you talking about? Blaze, I think, is a popular character.
Oh yeah, and yet she's never used in games aside from spin-offs, which is
nobody's used in games except Sonic at this point.
Look, imagine if Marvel used Miles the way Sega used Blaze. We would never have Into the Spider-Verse or the sequels. We'd never have Miles
Into the
comics.
Sonic-verse.
Yeah. Oh, it just really angers me. But
it
boy,
blazes my britches.
But no, they love using Hagbat.
Well, she causes more like situations that are so at least from a writing perspective, when there's like problems and you work, I feel like Rouge is usually involved when there's a lot of like she can set up problems and Blaze can set up solutions from a writing perspective, and that's really without diving into it because I'm sure Blaze can set up problems and Rouge can set up solutions, but I feel like Rouge is like the type that gets thrown in when there's a mystery or air of mystery, and she's got to use her spy tactics. Well, I mean, from a story involved, which is something that I noticed. Well, from a story perspective, it's like we need a spy to help bring out the secrets of the enemy because the enemy's not going to talk about their secrets openly, and then Blaze comes in where it's like we need someone with overkill firepower. So like because Blaze is gonna overkill firepower, like when she was in there like saving Spiral Village in issue 3 or 4, like Rouge wouldn't have done that, but on the flip side Blaze wouldn't have been sneaking into the face ship with the Metal Virus and Chaos Emeralds on it, but that's what Rouge would do. So like I think it depends on what the story calls for. And to make it sound great, like throwing Blaze in the story is like 2 Sonics, like it's overkill. So you could maybe think of it as a compliment, and then like when there's an end game like the Battle of Angel Island, it's like, all right, we need to bring Burning Blaze in for this to like cap it off. And so I guess you could think about it like that. I mean, sure, she might be underutilized in terms of the overall story, but when they bring her in, it's like, go wild. So, you can think of it that way.
It's just that when you have a character that's like your main character, but there's more interesting stuff to them. No offense, Sonic. Why not give them their own series?
That would be pretty cool.
They should have like 2 to 3 games by now. Look at Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen. All these other Spider-Man games.
Sonic Rush Adventure.
Yeah, but they're not only Blaze games.
Yeah,
I mean only Blaze games where she's the primary main character. No Sonic, no Tails, just her.
I think the best we're gonna get out of any Sonic non-Sonic character from a Sonic series well, I was gonna say, I think the best we can expect to get in the near future of like playing as other Sonic characters is like their own story scenarios. And it sounds like, at least if Forces is anything to go by, it's like, oh, Shadow's probably the second most popular, so if anybody's gonna get a like story segment, it's Shadow. It's like, I would really like to play as other characters too. But
they could, if nothing else, they could give characters individual campaigns and stuff like that. That would make a lot of sense. Okay,
that's what I'm. That's
in
the
same game. Yeah. And if Blaze got her own, even if it's in the same game or its own different game, her being from the Soul Dimension opens a huge window of opportunity. Because I mean, I'm not a Sonic fan, so I don't know. Has the Soul Dimension really been shown off at all in the series, or has she just been
only in Rush Adventure, nothing else?
Mm-hmm. And
it's
work with there, I'm sure.
And it's funny that you even mentioned Forces, because as angering as it is, at least IDW poked fun at her not being there, even though it makes sense for her to be.
What did they say for that? I don't remember.
There was something after they defeated the egg ship. Blaze talked about the Soul Emeralds telling her that something was wrong and that she came in. Sonic said, "Oh no, I was in jail," and then Blaze was like, "What?" Because she was
yeah. I remember.
Oh, and I apologize for getting really heated, but I'm just really angry how underused she is.
I mean, at least she was in it. Marine hasn't been. It really just depends on what the story calls for, honestly. And, everybody wants to see their favorite character in, but it's like they can't just be thrown in without a reason. So I think the comic is still fairly new. We're hitting issue 50 next month. So like
it's not out yet?
No.
It's not. Oh wow.
49 just came out like yesterday.
Well, at least they already confirmed issue 51, so there's that.
Yeah. So,
and I can understand that to an extent, Drew. I mean, like I said, I'm not really a Sonic fan, but if you use a character so much in ways that, like you said, they just kind of, to me, it's almost like Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball series. Everybody's freaking powerful, so nobody really feels like all that special. As powerful as Goku and Vegeta get, there's always someone who can wipe the floor with them more, and then they power up and beat them, and then the next guy comes along. Whereas with characters like Blaze, who are just so overpowered, it's almost like watching Superman. It's like, oh yeah, it's cool, but it's not Batman. It's not someone like that who's almost like an underdog, or someone who has no powers that uses what they have otherwise. Mm-hmm. I mean, if it was a movie solely Superman pounding the crap out of his enemies, it would just be super boring. And I feel like if Blaze just came in, mopped the floor with everybody, and then left, that would be super boring as well.
Yeah, it's like,
where if she teamed up with other characters, then it would make sense.
I mean, if
she wasn't just there just to be an arsenal for the team, if she was a full character along with that.
That's like in One Piece, how everybody breaks off into like separate battles, and they show everybody's battles, and like at the same time, but everybody else's except for the main character Luffy like finishes up first, and then they focus on like the main character.
My Hero does that too. Yep.
It's like because they know what's the most, like, they're not going to have the main character finish off the main villain first and then show everyone else's battles. It's like nobody cares at that point. So like there's this whole like building up with the story, and I feel like Blaze is the type of character who's just like Sonic, where like they're saved for a climax of a story. Or hopefully this is not the case, but because there's two really powerful characters, they get the Goku and Vegeta treatment, where like one gets thrown under the bus, aka Vegeta, to show how powerful the villain is, and then the other steps in and beats them, like overcomes it. It's like, look at how powerful this villain is. Like they could even beat Vegeta. Oh no, Goku's gonna really have trouble now. Oh, Goku wins. So it's like, It's all about like the story, what the goal is, and that's something I'm learning as I create comics and stuff, like pacing and story beats and.
Exactly. It's come to the point that even I've used Blaze more than Sega does.
Yeah. I mean, what you have like a fan fiction or something?
Yeah, I do with friends.
Okay. Is it online to read?
Oh, trust me. The last time I tried to branch out, it got raided by people that hated me from me. No.
Oh. Oh no. Anyway, all right. So yeah, it's a little after. We're a little over an hour now, so. All
right. Yeah.
What's any last words? I keep saying any last words, then we tangent, but this is the final time. Any last words, guys?
No, I'm contempt. I'm very happy.
Contempt of court.
Yep. I just can't wait for Doctor Strange 2 next week, and of course my birthday. Gonna get Legends Arceus.
Happy early birthday. I am looking forward to seeing Doctor Strange myself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doctor Strange.
I'm ready to see things get out of hand.
And be trippy as all heck.
Oh, yeah.
Doctor Strange and the multiverses of Bugs Bunny and co.
By the way, don't listen to the movie. That squid alien, it is not Gargantos, it is Shumagorath. They had to change the name for legal reasons.
Wait, what was that?
The squid alien
yeah.
That's in the movie? His name is Gargantos, but it's only for legal reasons. His actual name is Shumagorath.
Why can't they use Shumagorath?
I have no idea. Really.
I thought that was Shumagorath when I saw him.
Yeah, I just assumed it was.
Yep.
Yeah, it is, but they just can't use the name for whatever reason. Do not listen to the movie. It is Shumagorath.
That's really weird. Well, I guess in the MCU, he has a different name, but
yes.
Maybe it's a different version of Shumagorath. Hmm?
Is Gargantos a different character in the Marvel Comics?
I have no
or
idea.
did they just make up that name because they couldn't use Shumagorath?
Yeah, it's as I just explained. It's they have to use a different name for legal reasons.
So weird. Copyright's weird.
It's not. This isn't the first time either. You know, the Quantum Realm. I forgot what I think it's Microverse in the comics, but the MCU had to change it to the Quantum Realm.
Which, to be fair, Quantum Realm sounds pretty cool.
Yes, it does sound cooler.
Microverse, Quantum Realm. It's just,
why couldn't they just have it close to Shumagorath? Just call it like Gumashorath or something.
Oh my god!
And he comes out with
or like Shoma
glasses on. It's like, I'm not Shumagorath, I'm Gumashorath.
You can't fool the Sorcerer Supreme. Well, Wong is Sorcerer Supreme now, but
I'd forgotten about that, and I saw someone say something about Sorcerer Supreme. I was like, oh yeah, that's Wong now. So
Shamugaroth.
The amount of possible names for this episode is just staggering.
I know.
I'm Shamu Gandalf.
Shamu Gandalf.
Shamudorf.
Shamudorf.
Well. What do we have here?
Shall I give you despair? Shampoo Gorath.
Oh my gosh.
Shampoo Gorath. I am Shamu G Wrath.
This was the perfect episode to come back to.
All right, guys. That's it. Links, descriptions, links in the description, and stuff. Everybody, alrighty. Goodbye, guys.
Have a good night,
guys.
Bye.
Bye, Kirby.